there's a history that says we're willing to step up and do what needs to be done. That is a big part of the character of this place. This church was started out of another church, out of St. Peter's Lutheran Church, at a time when there's so much growth going on that there really needs to be a church out on this west end.
And the idea originally was that there would be maybe 25 or 30 families that would follow us. There was one. Holy cow. I was a basketball coach. I was about 37 years old. Suddenly I was put into a position where I become a part of the start of this congregation, and I didn't envision myself ever doing that. The pastor was Ron Voss. Ron worked it out so that we could go to the chapel that's there at Heritage Manor. So that became the worship site early on, and that's where the church started to grow.
We arrived with the big smile of Pastor Voss and his wife standing there, greeting, and we joined the church. And all around us were people our age, with kids.
It's really young people that make the congregation continue to be alive, because we end up thinking about what the future for your kids are. When you build something, you want to make sure that what you build survives. We anticipated what was going to happen in Asbury was that this place was going to grow. It was a field, and it was cheap.
But we were going to fall short of the money, and so what all of us did is we invested in the church.
It was incredible that virtually everybody in the congregation took at least part of their savings and invested it. Then we would give an extra percent above the going rate to encourage you to loan the money. And I know that the large majority of those people never asked for the money back.
We couldn't have been any more invested. We were in here building this place. Louis Cartman brought back the beams down from Montana. He brings in these huge beams on his truck, no cost to us, and all kinds of things like that.
Cappy Stark was an engineer and knew how the structural beams would fit together, how we could do this, do it cheap. Colin Engelbretson, who ran the power plant at John Deere. I mean, I have no idea what kind of air conditioning, heating, but Colin did. And the financial stuff, there were a couple people that worked at banks, so I mean, there's people that had all kinds of knowledge.
I ran a landscaping business, and so every tree that is still here and all of the spruce trees at the back part of the parking lot, we planted all those together.
That was a building of the community. It wasn't just all of a sudden, something popped up. It just built over a long period of time.
This was essentially the main body of the church, this room. We didn't have pews, we had chairs, and every Sunday it was an automatic move the chairs, get them into the Sunday schools, do this, do that. Everybody knew what had to be done. If we had a potluck, which we had many of, roll in the tables, bring in the tables, put the chairs around. This room was multi-purpose. It was used for everything. It was off-putting to some people. What do you mean you have to draw curtains to get a room? So we expanded out what would have been the back of the church, back where the offices and things are now. That was all an expansion, and it's just beautiful. It's a very inviting place, a lot of light. We have our gathering space out here. Sunday mornings, people are sitting, chatting at the tables, having the coffee. That's what community is about.
When we were dedicating all this, to stand there and see the people, the accomplishment, and you see the joy that celebrate all of the hard work. I never dreamed that there would be anything like that. It was one of those aha moments that people talk about. So many people's lives changed because of what we started here.